Good morning students. Today we are going to see chapter 2 Data Abstraction. Data abstraction refers to providing only essential information about the data to the outside world, hiding the background details or its implementation. Consider a real life example of a man who is driving a car. Here a data abstraction is supported by defining an abstract data type, which is a collection of constructors and selectors. Constructors create an object bundling together different pieces of information, while selectors extract off individual pieces of information from the object. Learning objectives. After studying this chapter, you will be able to understand what is representation of abstract data type and what is meant by list data type. Representation of abstract data type. Here the basic idea of data abstraction is to structure programs so that they operate on abstract data. Here any program, it consists of two parts. Here the two parts are the parts that operates on abstract data, the part that defines the concrete representation. Here one part that operates on abstract data, another one part that defines the concrete representation. A concrete data type is absolutely defined. Here it only certain inputs and outputs can exist in this. Here the examples are Boolean, integer, floating point, text. Abstract data types can be constructed from known or unknown data. Here an abstract data type is defined by its behavior, that is semantics from the programming point of view. In this semantics, from the point of view of a user of the data, specifically in terms of possible values, possible operations on data of this type, and it's mainly concluded by these operations on the basis of its behavior. Here the examples for concrete data type: arrays. An array is a data structure that contains a group of elements. List. In list is an abstract data type that represents a countable number of ordered values. Here stacks and queues can be implemented by using arrays or linked list. Trees. A tree is a widely used abstract data type that simulate a hierarchical tree structure with a root value and subtrees of children with a parent node represent a set of linked nodes. Here the examples for abstract data type. Stack. A stack is an abstract data type that serves a collection of elements with two main principles, push and pop. Push, which adds the element to the collection list, and pop, which removes the most recently added element. Queue. A queue is an abstract data structure somewhat similar to stacks. Unlike stack, a queue is open at both ends. One end is always used to insert, that is enqueue, and the other end is used to remove data, that is dequeue. It follows FIFO principle, that is first in, first out. Here the data which is stored first and it can be accessed first. Design a set of functions using rational numbers. Programs that use rational numbers that can access them in terms of their arithmetic functions, like add rationals, multiple rationals and equal rationals. This is in turn which is implemented in terms of constructors and selectors. Here the rational numbers which were be defined by numerator and denominator, which themselves are implemented in tuples. Here the rational number 8 by 3 and 9 by 3 that perform arithmetic operation and it produces the output as 17 by 3. A rational number 8 by 3 is typically written as numerator by denominator. Here the numerator by denominator are placeholder for each and every integer values. It needed to exactly characterize the values of the rational number. Actually, dividing these integers, it produces a float approximation value, and also it lost the exact precision value. Like 8 by 3, here the answer is 2.6665. Here you can create an exact representation for rational numbers by combining together the numerator and denominator. Example, an ATT for rational numbers. Here the rational numbers which is defined in terms of constructor and selectors. Here the constructor constructs a rational number with numerator n, denominator t. So here the rational numbers are n, d. By using this selector function, here numer of x, that is nu of x, it returns the numerator of rational number x value. Denom of y, it returns the denominator of rational number y. Here the rational numbers which is defined in terms of the selector function numerator and denominator, and the constructor function is rational, but you have not defined this function. Combine together a numerator and denominator into a compound value. The pseudocode for the representation of the rational number using the above constructor and selector is xy equal to 8, 3. Here 8 is the numerator, 3 is the denominator. Rational of n, 3. Here the rational number, it consists of numerator and denominator. Numerator of x and denominator of y. So here numerator of x is returns the numerator of rational number x, and denominator of y, it returns the denominator of rational number y. So here the 8 by 3, it divides, it gets the output is 2.66665. Visual thinking. Here a powerful strategy for designing a program is visual thinking. Visual thinking is the formation of beliefs and making decisions according to what might be pleasant to imagine instead of by appealing to reality. It's a product of resolving conflicts between belief and desire. List. To enable to implement the concrete level of our data abstraction, here some languages like Python or PHP, it provides a common structure called pair, which is made up of list or tuple. Here the first way to implement pairs is the list construct. What is list? List is constructed by placing expressions within square brackets, that is collection of ordered elements that is separated by commas and enclosed by square brackets. Here this expression is called as list literal, and it can store multiple data values. Each value can be any of data type like integer, floating, boolean, etc. And it can be another list, even though a list can be contain another list, that is a nested list. Here the elements of a list can be accessed in two ways. First one is multiple assignment, which unpacks a list into its elements and binds each element to a different name. Here the example is list equal to 10, 20. Here collection of ordered elements which is enclosed by square brackets, so it's called as a list. In this example, x will become 10 and y will become 20. So here xy value is the list elements, because it contains some elements, it's separated by comma, and these elements are enclosed by square brackets. Second method for accessing elements in a list by the element selection operator that can be expressed by using square brackets. Here the examples are list of 0, 10, list of 1, 20. So in this example, Here the list, it can be accessed by using index values. That is, list of 0 is 10, list of 1 is 20. 0 and 1 is the index value of the list. Here this example, we can write similar to a search, list of 0, 10, 1, 20, where 0, 10, 1, 20. Here the first value is the index position and second one is the value of the list. So first one is 0, 10, that is the 0th position, 10th value, and next one is first position, it could be stored as the value as 20. Pairs, bundling two values together into one, it considered as a part. Here list is a common method to this pair so. So here list can be called as pairs. Representing rational numbers using list. Now we can represent the rational numbers as a pair of two integers in pseudocode. That is numerator and denominator. Rational of n, t. So here n for numerator, d for denominator. So just it returns n, t. See n, t, which is the collection of elements that is enclosed by square brackets. Next, numerator of x, that is nu, mer of x, that it returns x of 0. So here the numerator of x value that stores the index value as 0. Next, denominator of x. So here x of 1. So it returns x of 1. Here the index value of 1 in the list. So denominator it will be stored index value 1 in the list.